Let's get it. Dynamite! Alright. Peace and love, peace and love. Welcome to another installment of It Ain't Personal. I am your host. My name is Smitty Coleon, aka the Don Dada, aka When King Tut Talk, on the far right of me.
Real easy, you know. When I got it, y'all get it. When y'all get it, we got it.
And this is It Ain't Personal. Mm-hmm. Today we have a special guest, father, actor, entrepreneur. You might have seen him on the big screen. You might have seen him on the small screen. You might have seen him on your phone.
You might have seen him with your favorite rapper.
Yes. Ray, the one and only Ray Dollars.
Appreciate
Ray Dollar. Peace and love, my brother. I appreciate you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you
guys for having me, man. It ain't personal. I see y'all buzzing out there on the gram.
Yeah.
All over my motherfucking timeline. So I'm like, oh, baby. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, okay, I see Smith. And the connection hit, so I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Nice.
Being here, man.
Yeah, and this connection happened organically outside of the show, and then even with the show, kind of brought us, back together. That specifically that clip about Soul in the Hole.
Right. Man, I was getting DMs like crazy. Everybody, yo. So
because you were in it.
Definitely was a Soul in the Hole as a kid. You know what I mean? Around Bugs, the greatest point guard ever. You know what I mean? Let's get that clear. So
it ain't personal.
Yeah, no, not at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, and once I seen y'all buzzing and we connected, so that was dope. But yeah, Soul in the Hole was definitely one of those documentaries / movies that touched a lot of people, and it's based in Brooklyn. And Kenny King, shout out to Kenny King. That man was he was making miracles for the young brothers back then. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everybody was, clean, dressed well, sneakers and things like that, and had us playing in every tournament. And, we was the dopest crew, the best basketball players, Bulls, Charles Jones, Sel, let's go on. Bam, shout out to my boy Bam. So it was a bunch of us, and we was winning everything. And As for Films came through, Danielle, shout out to Danielle, and Lil Bit Smith, I think her name was a Lil Bit. They came through and started following us with that camera. I didn't know what was going on back then at the time, but let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Me, Bugs, Bezo, shout out to my boy Ibrahim Cotton, you know what I mean? And we was just kids at the time, just happy to have ball, play ball, and do our thing. And, the cameras was running around, and we were just happy to get free sneakers at the time. Tom, Dick, and Harry's anytime we wanted to, and things like that. That's what I got out of it at the time. I didn't really see the big picture, but...
Yeah.
Now I'm in love with acting, so I guess the camera did something for me.
Yeah, that was your introduction to the camera, right? Because even back then is different time from now. Now everybody got a camera on their phone, but back then, literally somebody's walking around recording everyone. I know that had to be something, kind of like a culture shock.
Yo, definitely. Like it was times where we were Bugs would be like, yo, let's call Danielle and have them come through and follow us and all that. Yeah. So we had them follow us, and then we were shooting dice and Tompkins projects. We were just whatever Bugs wanted to do, the cameras was just follow him. And at the end of the day, that was every day for what we were doing in the Star or whatever. And the camera would just follow us. So at that point, I just was like, damn, it's the real deal. I mean, it's serious. You know what I mean?
So how did this relationship come about, you and Smith?
Pause.
Thank you.
All right. How did y'all meet? How did y'all meet?
Oh my God, what's up?
How did you and Smith meet?
Everybody. Well, I got a secret angel, man. My Kalila, my daughter Akila's mom. They worked together. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how that correlated. Once we met through.
We met through her. Because I was
he was doing music and. He was nice, like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I know.
He was,
I know. I ain't gonna hold you. I said this countless times. You heard? He the GOAT to me. You heard? He the GOAT to me. I learned how to perform through him. You get what I'm saying? It ain't personal. You get what I'm saying? That's how I say I smoke niggas on the mic any day. But that's because I learned from him. I got. See? I like this guy already.
He gonna hold you accountable.
He gonna hold me accountable. Accountability is key. It's key.
Yeah.
You heard?
Shout out.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
word.
Yeah,
I
the
like
key
that.
word.
We
Key
tend to
word.
use a lot
Definitely.
around
I
here.
learned that a
Right.
lot this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to my secret angels. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
for real, for real. But yeah, I think he's a dope artist, and you know, like, you know,
Yeah, it's a small world. So
definitely.
Khalil finding out that I do music, and at the same time on your side, you working on Respect Life.
Definitely.
She made that connection. They were looking for music for the show,
Yeah.
and that connected us. You
You know,
know.
Kalila did a lot of work behind the scenes for Respect Life
Mm-hmm.
and my personal life, you know what I mean? But yeah, she's been doing a lot of connecting. We was on Channel 11 News. That was K's Connect. His music on there was K's Connect.
Dope.
I think the Revolt meetings back in the day was with K Connect. So yeah, she did a lot of, gave us a lot of blessings and support behind the scenes.
Right.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
K.
Kalila. Shout out to Kiki's Sangria. Fire.
Sponsored this episode.
Exactly.
We need a bottle. Where the bottle at?
Kiki Sangria is
What
off the
about
camera. We'll bring it in. We'll bring it in and then throw that clip in
Definitely,
there. Word.
Definitely. But
Facts.
yeah, but on some real, that's how that worked. And when back to the Instagram viral video with you guys with the Soul in the Hole, it was just like, yo, I went and said, yo, congratulations, I see what you're doing, things of that nature, and I'm like, oh, pull up, step down. Little old me, you know what I'm saying?
Nah. You're a whole legend, right? You're a whole legend. You're a whole legend. We had a conversation off camera. I didn't even know they having the shit that, you know what I mean? I just thought like, oh yeah, he an actor, Respect Life, Soul in the Hole.
Yeah.
I found out, oh shit, you know what I mean? This nigga big dog, you heard?
Awesome.
He the big dog. Don't little yourself, man. You
Gotta
heard?
stay humble
You gotta
because
stay humble. Facts.
you gotta stay humble, bro.
No, you gotta stay humble. Sometimes you need your flowers. You need to walk on, you know what I mean? You need to walk on the roses that people lay out for you.
Shout out to my boy E, man. He was telling me something like that today. He was like,
For real.
Most of us, we won't get our flowers while we here. So make sure your character stay intact and do the right things out here so that when you're gone, they're gonna praise you.
Facts. That's why I get Smith his flowers. I feel like he too humble sometimes. You get what I'm saying? I got pop shit for this nigga, you heard?
Yeah.
This nigga will smoke you niggas, you heard? He will smoke you niggas. He won't say it, I'm saying it, you heard? So that's how I feel about you, nigga. You a big dog, you're a big dog. I love humble people, I swear to God, you heard? I was the type of the people. I hated the bullies. I hate bullies.
Well, wasn't never getting bullied. Actually, I played bully ball back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of those.
Good segue.
Guards,
Good segue.
And did my thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no one's getting bullied. We don't respect bullies. But
On the court, how much you was averaging?
on with Kenny Kings, very low at numbers. I was. Hold on.
Okay.
You talking about one of the greatest teams of all time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
We had the most elite players in Brooklyn at the time.
Yeah.
And they're all playing 50 and over tournaments right now. And I can't play because I'm 3 years younger than 50. If that makes sense. So I was playing with these guys at a very young age. I was that nice.
Yeah.
I believe. I felt the energy.
So that's all. I didn't average a lot, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
It was a tough era, though. It was a
and
very
no one
tough
really
era.
averaged a lot when you played with Bulls. He shared that ball so great that Charles Jones dunking on you 360, and then he don't even want to play no more after that. So I got that type of attitude from him and his brother Lamar, my brothers Silas, Stitch, and Lennar. After I dunked, I quit.
You know what's
In
crazy?
many tournaments, and they'll tell you I was known for that. And Marcy, shout out to Marcy Gardens, the whole Marcy projects. When I caught a dunk in Marcy, I quit. Took my shirt off, do it.
That's
I'm
it.
out.
You done.
Back to the courtyard we go.
Yo, Ray.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna go do my homework, Ray.
I'm watching Soul in the Hole. Yeah, it wasn't fair, man. The way I was running teams out, blowing niggas by 50, you know.
And I ain't even had nothing to do with that. I was
Yeah.
just on the bench getting fly, happy to get free money at the end of the day. That's
Yeah.
how I was. I was 14, 15.
Yo.
I ain't really.
Yeah. And even your style of play, too.
They was dogs.
Running gun,
They
like
were
the
dogs. Bulls was
handles,
the
alleys, jumping out the gym.
Before N1, and I
Yeah.
love, respect everybody from the N1 mixtape era, but there was Bugs, Ed Booger Smith, man. And this was 92, 93, 94 we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, before, you know what I'm saying, I was probably even in high school, probably ninth grade. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was dogs, man.
You seen the clip? Have you seen the clip? You see what I said about Books?
Yeah.
You see what I said? He's the first person I wanted to be like.
It
That's
would
what you're
never,
like.
it would never be no booger slander.
Like when I seen Soul in the Hole as a kid, I was like, damn, son, I want that. You get what I'm saying? That's why a person like me, you know, if you ask me what I would want my NBA career to be like if I made it to the league, I'm averaging like 18 and 14. 18 points and 14 assists. You gotta share that rock. You gotta make people want to play with you. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you not only make people better, the defense is off kill because they don't know what to do with you. They don't know if you're gonna dime, score, shoot, pass. Like you got them on a string right now.
I think that's why my boy Jamal Tinsley made it to the league because he was like a bigger booger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, I didn't really think about it like that.
Bugs. I mean, we watched Bugs. We was younger than Bugs. We watched that man. You know what I'm saying? And he was incredible. So when you watch something like that and you look at Tinsley, is that just a little bit stronger?
Yeah, I can see the similarities in the game.
And that's why, you know, the name Abuser for the Rocker, you know what I mean? I thought that was dope because it was just a little stronger, bigger Bugs. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Jamal. That's my brother. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I look at it. That's how he made it to the league, in a sense of that. Where you can guard people, you could body up, and then you could take it to the next level, if need be. But if you was a friend with Bugs, then you know like Bugs is like he made it already. You know what I'm saying? We made a movie about him. He's on the cover of Sports Illustrated as you know, as a playground legend.
Right, he's a playground legend.
And that's a real legend.
So,
and that word get thrown around too loosely nowadays. Legend.
Yeah, it's
way too loosely.
You don't see those guys. I mean, I hope, and I'm watching in support to see, you know, another Bugs and Tinsley and Biz and Charles and you know what I'm saying.
You tapped into the street ball?
I think so. Although so I don't know a lot of names, but I watch. I know some faces. And I support. I go to a lot of games. I talk a lot about it to a lot of brothers that have since I'm wearing Team First, which is my man Ty Grant. And I don't think nobody tells a more honest truth about basketball, high school basketball, college basketball than him. You know what I'm saying? And he's oh man, I guess you could say, what's the word when you professionally sound, when you can actually qualify? That's the word.
Qualify. That's
another word. Vocabulary word.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, a lot of people not.
When he's qualified to talk about it, and I love, you know what I mean, chit chat with him, and it's off the scenes, like, you know what I mean. We don't glorify a lot of the BS that a lot of people be doing on camera, but we, you know, I hope to see another, you know what I mean, up and coming few, you know, playground legends. I hope they get success and get some education out of it, you know what I'm saying? Because shout out to, you know, Bam, shout out to Jason Hoover, you know, shout out to Sheldon Jefferson, you know, shout out to all those brothers that came before me that I watched play 4 years and now they still doing something with education, things like that. Phil Grant, shout out to you. It's a whole bunch of guys that I can't really name, but that I really respect, you know what I mean? And they're back in the schools. I would love to, you know, go back into the schools and stuff, but I had a, you know, incident in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of held me back. But
we definitely gonna get into that.
I don't think they want to do that, but yeah.
I like yo me. You should have been at him on the show.
Yes. This clip is sponsored by Kiki's Kicking Sangria. Yeah, Kiki's Kicking Sangria. Fire.
You know what I mean?
Fire. Woo. Yeah, it got me right. So you were part of a special time, or several special times. You got a lot of stories, right?
That was the 90s we just left, right?
Yeah, we was talking about the 90s, right?
And this time period, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I like the timestamp with you. We're gonna do a timestamp with him. I like it.
97, right? I don't know anybody who plays ball who hasn't seen that movie, who hasn't been inspired by it. I feel like you guys inspired a whole generation of ballers.
Right.
You know, And I see from that style of play that you guys had, I see it trickle down to where like kids start emulating that. Because before that, the game wasn't really like that. You see and one afterwards. You see the
Right.
more, theatrics
And
and
I ain't gonna hold you. Let
yeah,
me just say this real quick, because I know a lot of people are not. I want to shout out Sebastian. Those guys had their era that was dope. But
yeah.
even when Bulls, when Soho was lit, you know what I'm saying? I know when Rucker was lit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, my man Murder called my phone because Jay was trying to put up a team, a Rockefeller team. They was
Mm-hmm.
actually, you know what I'm saying, spoke to Jay on the phone about Bulls, like
Yeah.
trying to get Bulls on the
Trying to get
team.
them to come
You
through.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, a lot of people show clips with LeBron and these guys. These guys all been around. They've always been around. So
Yeah.
Bogues was really that guy because he had some of the big dogs reaching out for him. You know what I'm saying, to put them on the teams and things like that. So yeah, it was real, man.
Yeah. So you also mentioned off camera about being around Rockefeller during
Yeah,
some special times.
yes, definitely. Rest
You
in peace to my boy Slice. You know what I mean? Stacks. But yeah, shout out to Bleak. You know what I mean?
What's crazy is, at one point in time, Bleak was my favorite rapper.
mm,
Now, Bleak was my favorite rapper, and I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas used to clown me for Bleak being my favorite rapper. I don't know why,
Yeah,
son.
yeah, I got a
Bleak
crazy
was
Like,
next
story.
up.
son, what?
Yo, I used to be.
Son, Bleak was
That's
that nigga to me, son. I ain't gonna hold you, son. That nigga
Yeah.
nice, B, son.
Right.
You couldn't
I
tell me
remember one
nothing,
time my
son.
brother Saw bugged him. We went to house debate. That nigga Bleak is lyrical, boy. I'm telling you, he
Yeah.
nice. He lyrical. I'm like, man, that nigga ain't lyrical. What I'm gonna tell you, he never tell me something lyrical. I'm like,
Yeah.
what you think of that? What you think of that? I just bust out laughing, son. And I was
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm thinking about the beat, the whole shit. I'm in the studio. I heard to see the progress.
Yeah.
That nigga was laughing at me so hard. So I never forget that moment, man.
I ain't gonna
I
hold you.
fuck with Bleak. That's my guy. Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe I like Bleak for a different reason, because I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
The ladies was on the nigga though.
Ladies loved them.
Son, because I remember one time being on 42nd with my girlfriend at the time, and Bleak had a poster, and he had the goatee. He's the reason why I wanted the goatee with the hat backwards. Like, I want, do-rag hat backwards, goatee,
Yeah.
Bleak, you heard?
Yeah.
I wanted that. I wanted a goatee because of Bleak, you heard? So that's crazy, because,
Yeah.
huh? Bleak,
Yeah,
Nah, I mean, I feel you.
yeah, I'm in high school at the time, you heard? Niggas ain't got no bed. We ain't got,
Like, yo, we gotta get hot. We gotta get hot. That was
Yeah.
the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Real
Mhm.
talk. So I definitely respect that. It was a dope era. Bleak was, you know what I mean? We was buzzing. Man, funny story. I don't know if there's a clip of it or not, but no funny shit. I think Bleak very first time performing on Teen Summit. I think I was his hype man. Bro. I never told that story before. I don't know, Bleak. I'm dead ass.
How did that end up happening?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
And
They shot in DC, right? So what you took the trip down there? VA, yeah.
Me, Murder, you know what I'm saying? My boy Slice. We drove there and Leaky, word. Shout out to Leaky, word.
Yeah.
We went down here. And I think towards later in the times, I think Leaky probably did more, became the hype man and shit, but I think he ain't have none of that shit. We didn't know the lyrics now. We was just straight on the road, man.
Just
I
there to
remember that
support.
shit. Well, that was the very beginning. I mean, he's probably think I'm capping, but that's
Nah, I think that video out there. I'm gonna look for it. We gonna
do research. I ain't gonna
I
hold
be
you.
finding
We doing research with you, Ray. I ain't gonna
if it's out there, I'm gonna find it.
We
Ray.
gonna
That's
do
a
research
fact.
with you, man.
Nah, that's legendary, man. I feel like with Bleak, to the point he might not have been like the most lyrical, but I think his energy when he comes on,
you couldn't tell
when he comes on the
shit.
track, you feel
My
it.
man Slice, rest in peace, Slice. You couldn't tell Slice shit about Bleak or Rockefeller, boy. You hear me? I was telling chicks I was rocking out and off.
Yeah, of course. And you were. You told us a story about You were, Tell that story.
Tell that story.
Yeah.
On some real shit. I used to really tell chicks that that I was an A&R for Rockefeller, word.
Yeah.
And but I never really paid that attention. But as I think about it now, I remember being in the studio and Siegel and was doing a song with Scarface. And he did a song, he did a verse, if your block getting money, nigga, I went in. Run it in before I run in. Your spot, 50 Glocks and 100 men popping more shells than running them. And you couldn't tell me nothing about Siegel. I'm like, this is the nicest nigga. This shit's crazy. And I'm reciting it all day in the studios. I go to the vending machine. And I was sitting and I thought about it. I'm like, and I call it on. I go back in the studio. I tell Murder, like, have you heard this, that, that? And so I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, 50 Glocks and 100 men don't matter to me. That don't sound right. You know what I mean? So if you listen to the song to this day, it now says 200 Glocks with 100 men. So not every guy has 100 guns. I had 2 guns in the
That's
post.
what I'm. Yeah.
50 niggas not having no guns. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah. And I never told that story either. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I wasn't smart enough to know that I was an A&R or I had, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just a quick input that I caught and I wouldn't let the greatest nigga I thought slip like that. Like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga, I'm part of this crew. We
Facts.
ain't going nowhere.
Facts. I'm gonna
50
hold you
Glocks
down.
and 100
Yeah.
niggas here. So that's with me. So shout out to
50
Sequel.
Glocks and 100 men. That means 50 niggas ain't got guns.
That's what I figured. And
And
I'm
it-
like, we can't do that. And I'm part of this crew, baby. We
Yeah,
gotta
we
be
ain't
right.
doing that. Yeah,
You know
we
what
gotta
I'm
be right.
So
yeah.
but that's just what I was thinking. How I was high as a kite, thinking like that. And you know,
Quick question. Hove was better than Siegel was better than Hove at that time to you?
Because you know that was the talk. A lot of people was feeling Siegel. They felt like, you know, he was getting Jay on a couple of these joints.
And you being there, like, did you ever feel like Siegel kind of like had that one up on Hove lyrically?
Because before you answer that, why you think of it, I feel my take with Siegel, I'm a huge Big fan, right? Big was my guy. Siegel was one of the first guys where I kind of got a similar feel. Like he didn't sound exactly like Big, but it was something there. Maybe the presence, I don't know. Like
I think Siegel was spitting so much like gun talk or just like some type of official gangster shit, but it was so the wordplay, you know, like pop, 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 it was just so many different syllables. He just had a flow that nobody never heard, an accent that nobody really never heard, and
it was like effortless, right?
and it just became to the point where it was like, damn, you know, and he was about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was better than Hope.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you though.
Yeah, if you know, you know. That's a fact.
Is a dude in Queens right now.
Yeah.
He know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
We work together. I know that nigga is real happy you said that. He used to tell me every day on the job. He said, nigga, Siegel better than your man Hove.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, man, chill out. You wildin',
And
man.
you know, like, so yeah, I'm not nosing no, it ain't personal.
Yeah. It ain't personal.
It ain't personal.
If you what you see is what you get. So,
Yeah.
you know, you can spit and be the nicest person because right now, you know, your top 5, your top 3 is what it is. But shout out to G to K from Marcy from Get Low.
He was on Get Low. That was Bleak's label.
Yeah.
G to K to me was like, he was Brooklyn's Beanie Siegel before we heard Beanie Siegel. So it's just like, where the fuck did Beanie Siegel come from? And why y'all ain't pay attention to G to K? You know, like I said, I keep my eye to what's going on, but I see G to working and doing some battle and shit like that right now. But
he's battling,
then, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, they were saying that shit, you know, talking about guns you never heard before that you gotta go research.
Yeah. What's that?
You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, but yeah, so to know that, you know, different styles was coming across, like Young Chris and these guys, you know, just spitting. And then that,
How you felt about Young Chris?
I like he was nice. You know what I mean?
Young Chris, boy,
time,
that was my boy.
You know, I, think
I told you, Bleak, Young Chris, those are my kind of rappers, you heard? I don't know what it was, but those are my kind of rappers. Bleak, Young Chris, and them niggas.
Young Chris, I think he was before his time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think his style, you know, being so confident or swaggy at that young age and whispering and shit like that before
that whisper flow.
People took it from him, you know what I'm saying?
Who took it from him?
Oh,
see, oh man,
it ain't personal. It ain't personal. It ain't personal.
Yeah, as long as you know what I mean, it ain't personal.
Yeah,
stole that on the whole blueprint too.
But again, that's a dope ass jacket you got on.
I appreciate that.
If I find where you got it from and I buy it, I'm not taking it from you. I'm not copying.
No,
I just thought it was dope. And
facts.
So same thing. If a flow is fire, we in the studio putting it together. it should be like no problem for me to go in the booth and then go off that same type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with competitiveness and all this hate and things in the air, then yeah, he stole it or he did this, but yeah, he the big dog. He saw something that the young boys or that oh shit, okay, add this to my shit to take me here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, someone told me the greatest artists take, and it's really the art is really just their take on it, their interpretation of what they're inspired by. So it would make sense, like you see something special happening, maybe start creating your take on it
and try to
But do you give the credit though?
to who, Chris?
Yeah,
Have to.
yeah, but I think that's the problem though. I think the fact
They
that
want us or they want them to always pay homage, correct? But they have to reciprocate.
which and
So
all right, go ahead.
if you put a young boy on, you will want him to understand the game, the culture, so on and so forth. Right? But you cannot stop. You cannot stop adding to the culture. Meaning, if you took something such a amazing thing to advance your flow, and you got it from somebody on your team, may have been younger, may have been freshman on the team, big them up.
Yeah.
And I think that's my problem. I think that's the
Shout
issue.
out to my man Sheeny Little, you know what I mean? Sheeny Little, he got a daughter, Ariel Little, plays for St. John's, you know what I mean? But back when Sheeny was 8 or 9, he came into a team that I was playing on. He was good out of 4th grade. I was super nice at 12 or whatever, but I embraced the young boy, got him his first trophy. He's giving back to all the young girls in the community to this day, but these are the things that I say you can't stop doing that.
You got to pay it forward.
You gotta pay it forward.
So yeah, Hov should definitely, have done that during those times, but it wasn't.
It wasn't the cool thing to do.
But it probably wasn't recognizable at that time.
It wasn't.
People got
it's crazy,
too.
but
Yeah.
Wait. You see how he says it wasn't recognizable? I think people just kind of didn't want to speak on it. I think it was very recognizable because I think it was. You see how like you just said it? Like that's how we always felt. But the fact that when you was like, yeah, people in a bar, people flows, I kind of already know who you was talking to. It's kind of like an unwritten, underlined, unspoken thing that Hov kind of like borrowed Young Chris's flow.
Yeah.
But is the fact that it's Young Chris and Young Chris is not like in like people's minds like that. You get what I'm saying?
Or rather not speak on it either.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Like yeah. He doesn't.
You don't really
because he probably doesn't. Right. He doesn't probably want it to seem
it's
like
yeah. Because I know Chris's came out recently saying that even around that time they wanted him to do like the solo thing, but he was more like home team. I gotta work with Neef. I gotta work with Neef. So maybe that could have like pulled back from what he was really like, destined to do, or what could have been.
Okay,
that didn't happen. Because let's say he goes solo, he gets that push. Chris might be in a different light than he is today. So
or he wouldn't be as let's just say he's at peace where he at today.
Right.
He wouldn't be there if he didn't.
Because it's kind of cool to know, like in the back of your mind, like one of the greatest rappers kind of like borrowed from me. Some people could live with that. Some people's cool. Like that's something that they could live with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say about that flattery thing.
Yeah.
Flattery is the best form of imitation. Like they like your style, they gonna mark you. They gonna do what you do.
And that's probably cool for him. That's probably like something where he can hang his hat on. Like I'm cool on rap. You get what I'm saying?
Like I'm front page Sports Illustrated.
I'm cool on that. Like I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I'm good on that. So Ray, you told us one incident from or one story from the Rockefeller era. You got any other fond memories from going to like from that time, from like baseline, or is there a song you remember that stood out, like I was there when or a verse that you remember? I was around for this, I was around for that.
Besides the Scarface, and it was about mad on different times. I remember Hov's like a whole that's it. Like 8 records.
Oh, yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's Doc Carter, Volume 3, right?
I think you've been around. This nigga been around.
I remember that shit.
Yeah. Hold on, hold on. Packing up a pound? All right, I'm just out here giving pounds of legends and shit. You know, just pounds of legends.
No, but I don't remember.
Produced by Timbaland.
Shout out to a girl named Colleen at the time. It was just like I could just remember their face. It was just like, you know, I was just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that pocket was different, flow was different. Everything was different about that one. Yeah, nah, that was fire, man.
I mean, back in the days. Oh shit. I was on stage when they brought Michael Jackson out Summer Jam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn, what was that like? It's little to no footage on that.
And it was just different.
Michael Jackson, Jay-Z,
and all that shit. And niggas was like, I know my man Murder was like, yo, don't move, we ain't going nowhere. Sit right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And long as Slice big ass wasn't moving, so I ain't moving. We good. Everybody skated. The next thing you know, the niggas just you know,
glided across the stage, right?
Stage, wow.
And just stood. They say he just stood there. He didn't even say nothing, right?
Crazy. And that big that footage that you see going around, like Hove at the end back.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
video
Slice
music box.
is in that. Rest in peace. Slice is in that footage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows Slice. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that was one of them hell of a nights. You know what I mean? But that's probably the most legendary.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
shit.
I experienced that shit.
Once in a lifetime memory.
Facts.
Right there, man. MJ.
Is that the time where Hove decided he wanted to break up with The Rock?
That's what they say about that video. That's when he checked out.
Yeah,
right?
That's when he checked out. Yeah, he said, you know what? I'm done with you niggas. You heard? I'm done with you niggas.
Because when Bleak was on Drink Camps showing that video, he really shouted Slice out during that time. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, a little shit like that I appreciate. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do got a question. Like I wanted to ask that, you know, a couple of minutes ago and shit. You think I could have got signed to Get Low?
Oh
man,
that shit was tight.
Get Low was a tight group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, H.
H.A. Moneybags.
Yeah, H. Moneybags and G to K.
Yeah.
So like you could fuck with them.
I'm saying, go check me out. Crazy. My shit is out there. You know, I got a motto though. Yo, if my shit trash, let me know. I'll stop rapping. I swear to God.
Say no.
I won't pick up another mic again. I'll stop spending money on studio time. You get what I'm saying? Like, feel me?
But I can tell you one thing. Do you think this shit was high enough to get on Respect Life?
Hell.
Because his music was on Respect.
Yeah. What you mean? Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So, matter of fact, hold on. Wait. Go ahead. Yeah. Yo, B.
Then why wasn't a song featuring you on Respect Life?
I think around that time, you know, we was working through some things.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, we've been a journey. Like, you know, it ain't personal.
That was personal.
Yeah. We was working through some things.
We was ups and downs.
Yeah, we was going through some ups and downs. Yeah, peaks and valleys over here. You feel me? Yeah. But I was about to
on the song, right?
I mean, you know what I mean? I was got a contract with my guy.
Yeah. Ask the right questions.
So what's crazy is that because I was about to tell you, ask him if he think my music could have been on Respect Life.
He already co-signed.
Most definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, at the same time, it's kind of like. So when it come down to Smith, you gonna like, I know that I'm nice, but at the same time, I come from an era where, you know, if you watch somebody do it and you learn from them, like I wouldn't know how to perform without my music in the background if I didn't see him do it. Like before he was coming to my basketball games, I was going to his studio sessions. I was watching him perform, he's coming to my games. So it's like, if this whole shit was supposed to plan out, I was supposed to be in the NBA, he was supposed to be a big time.
Relationship.
Huh? Who, us?
So y'all had the relationship.
Right.
Yeah. Pause that. Pause.
That was sarcasm on purpose.
I got you. I'm on you. I'm on you, Ray. I'm on your body.
No, but that's dope, though. That's support that my boy was telling me on the way here about that people don't need. Like along their journeys, people be hesitant or discouraged to go on their journeys because of knowing that they need support and they don't get it. You know what
Facts.
I mean? And that's important. You know what I'm saying? Word, I don't want to jump the gun. That's important about for people that's dealing with a lot of things like that. You know what I'm saying? With the whole thing.
So I kind of like facts. So I think from there. So when I gave up, you know, I said, you know what, basketball is not something that I want to pursue anymore. And I kind of like, you know what? I just started studying, watching him, Real Good, Breeze, and the group that they was in. But he kind of like stood out, like just the professionalism. You get what I'm saying? How they treated me. Like I had to book my own studio time. Like, yeah, of course, like we all had the same engineer, but it was kind of like, nigga, go get your own beat. You get what I'm saying? And then once I started to prove like, oh, I can do it on my own and create on my own, that's when Smitty would be like, yo, son, I got this track, jump on this track. And then it's like, you know, from me doing tracks on him. Facts.
And that's respect. You know what I mean? You just
all the time.
You gotta earn your keep that make them respect you even more because the love is already there.
And also, I'm coming from like playing basketball, so it's like, yo, you doing the music because niggas is doing it, or you doing because you really want to do it? You know what I mean? So you have to I have to really put in that work, and then, you know, for me doing songs with him to being on stage with him, it was also like a shock. It was also like, oh shit, you get what I'm saying? But it's also like a safety net for me because like niggas is so much paying attention to him that I get to be like, I was his hype man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then from doing that gave me the energy. And I think like I did a verse one time at a show and like niggas in the back was just slapping the background. And then that energy from niggas being hyped from my verse, I became addicted to that. And then it was just like, I didn't want to lose none of that. And then watching Smith kill show after show after show, there's like a standard. So it's kind of like, even the way you perform, we don't perform with the music in the background. That's karaoke shit to niggas. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, when we seen the verses with Dipset versus Locks, yo, I kid you not.
That was a
no.
Yeah.
And I'm not capping, and I'm not saying this because I'm not. I swear to God, you see what Jada was wearing? You see how Jada was looking? You see Jada aura? That's that man on the stage. Because I remember we called each other in the middle.
Few people hit me.
Yo, boy, I'm watching you right now. Because, son, and I love Dipset. I'm a Dipset fan. But to hear the music in the background and then Jada and these niggas with the way he was performing, the way he controlled that crowd, the mic. I feel like, yo, damn, that's how I felt when I was watching B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember like shorty I was with at the time and I was like, yo, come check this nigga out. You need to go watch this nigga perform. She said, nah, babe, he got it. She turned around. She said, I don't think this shit for you.
Hello. Vision was different. Videos. He just showed that he was
he's in different lane.
And, you know, and he not going, you know, and it's perfect now, you know what I mean? Because you see how Kendrick, he just switches, make people, you know, that's what he was always on, stay in his lane. Before, you're going to like me from who I am. You know, it's not going to fall into that foolish, you know what I mean?
Yeah, now you did the deepen into some other shit. You feel me? See how you say Kendrick?
Yeah, no,
you know, we rep different sides, you know what I mean? You know, I'm Team OV over here, that's Team Kendrick. But
team.
But you know why he Team Kenny though? And I can't jack it. Cause he was Kenny before Kenny, like he better than Kenny to me though, bro. You get what I'm saying? So like, I get it. You like your little son.
But you,
I get it. You feel me? I get it.
Yo, look, man. One of the nicest niggas that ever probably played ball is probably locked up, bro. You know what I mean? To tell you that type of shit, and but yo, I'm like, what? You know what I mean? I ain't never like. I mean, so there's gems out here. There's diamonds in the rough. There's gonna be, you know what I mean? But again, his journey is his journey. You know what I'm saying? And we chopped it up behind the scenes on what he got planned and goals, and y'all doing it. So that's what it is, man.
Facts.
You don't want to talk too much because you know niggas be hating.
Facts. We working, and that's just not a phrase over here.
That's a fact.
We working.
Like
everybody's working.
Perks over perks, man.
Perks over perks. Why don't you speak on that?
Speak on that.
It was so perks with the K, you know what I'm saying, over perks with the C, you know what I mean, which is Percocet. So I like, you know, I'm raising a daughter, 12-year-old, and these young teenagers, they all on, you know, they be on different drugs and so on and so forth. So I just try to keep her and just all young folk, you know what I mean? Like I told you, my man, Ty Grant, you know, successful black man that I keep myself around. And just the education, when you be around certain people, you learn certain things and you start getting the perks of certain things and you got to appreciate it. So that's where that whole thing came from, just appreciating the perks of life around different people. And you make yourself that person so that way when you be around people, they could appreciate the perks that you give them. And, you know, and we just, you know, at the end of the day, you just want the children to stay away from as much negativity and harm. And I'm a director of a shelter at the end of the day. So I deal with, you know what I'm saying, drugs and these you know, homelessness, mental health, they on heavy drugs. You know what I'm saying? And it's a day-to-day thing. You know what I mean? So I can't show that on camera. I don't glorify it. I ain't trying to get no likes for that stuff. But I do that shit every day. Saving a life and being prepared to save a life. I mean,
That's a blessing. I ain't gonna hold you. Your karmic in life is gonna be beautiful. Just for the fact that like that's a path you want.